Today is your review, and then after this you need to go and do your review quizzes. Remember, I make those straight off of what questions might be asked on the test, so they're very important to go take the quizzes after this. So, subatomic particle, the mass, location, and the charge. You need to know this for each of the particles. Protons, its mass is 1 AMU. It's in the nucleus, and its charge is positive. An electron, its subatomic particle, its mass is 1/2000th AMU, so very, very small. It's found in the electron cloud, and its charge is negative. A neutron, its mass is 1 AMU, so remember the protons and the neutrons have the same mass. When I'm talking about the mass, I'm always talking about the particles in the nucleus, which are the protons and neutrons. You can find neutrons in the nucleus, and their charge is neutral or no charge. What part of an atom do you look at to determine its identity? Remember, protons always give you the element's identity. What part of the atom do you look at to determine its mass? You look at the protons and the neutrons. So protons plus neutrons give you your mass, because remember, electrons are very, very small. Their mass is almost not even anything at all. What part of an atom do you look at to determine the reactivity? The reactivity is going to always be valence electrons. If you see any questions about reactivity, reactive, reacted like, reacted with, you are always looking for the valence electrons. What are valence electrons? Remember, valence electrons are electrons on the outside energy level, or outside ring, or outside circle. It's just the ones on the very outside. If an atom has 12 protons, how many electrons would it need to be neutral? So remember, if I have 12 protons, I have to have the exact same number of electrons, which would also be 12. So if I have 12 protons, 12 electrons. If an atom had one valence electron, how reactive would it be? When looking at the reactivity, it would be, remember, having one valence electron or having 7 valence electrons is the most reactive or extremely reactive. If an atom had 8 valence electrons, how reactive would it be? 8 valence electrons means it's full or stable or unreactive. Would this atom be more likely to lose or steal electrons? You are on this, you have 3. Okay, you're always trying to get to 8, so you'd be willing to lose electrons. Would this atom be likely to lose or steal electrons? It has 6, so it would be willing to steal some electrons over, because that is closer to 8. Where is the mass of an atom located? The mass of an atom is located in the nucleus, which is made up of protons and neutrons. What is the atomic mass of beryllium? Remember, you go look at the periodic table. The number at the bottom is going to give you the atomic mass. It is 9.012. What is its mass number is going to be 9, because remember, you round to the nearest whole number. Since it's 9.0, you let it rest at 9. Where's the volume of an atom located? The volume is found in the electron cloud. It is mostly empty space, but it takes up a lot of that space. How many electrons can each energy level hold? Your rule is 288. So in the first energy level, there will be 2. In the second energy level, there will be 8. The third will be 8, and so on. How many valence electrons does it take to be stable? You want 8 valence electrons to become stable, unless you are helium, which only has 2 and is stable. Okay, octet rule is just the fact of having 8. What element is helium? It only has 1 energy level, so its first level is full with 2. What is the charge of this element's nucleus? Remember, the charge of the nucleus is just the proton number with a positive sign. So I have 6 protons here, so my charge on my nucleus is going to be positive 6. What is the charge of this element's electron cloud? So the cloud has only electrons in it, and I have 6 electrons, so the charge of the electron cloud is going to be -6. How reactive is an element with 7 valence electrons? Very, very, very extremely reactive. Remember, 1 and 7 are the most reactive. If an atom is unstable, what will it do to become stable? So if an atom doesn't have the same number of protons and electrons, it is going to gain or lose electrons to become that stable. All right, on these next few, you are going to draw and label all the parts of each of these atoms. So you'll do ape-man for lithium. Okay, and you will do ape-man for beryllium, and ape-man for carbon, and ape-man for fluorine. And the last one is neon. Okay, after you do that, you can go ahead and move on to your quizzes.